My synchronicity for the day was today, my wife and I went to the grocery store and our total was 144, right? And then the tax or whatever it was, 2211. So I literally had like 2211 and 144 both today. And I was like, I like told the cash register lady, I was like, oh my gosh, double numbers everywhere. I was like so excited. It's like impossible to not see it now. It's like every time I go to the store, it's a double number, at least one. It's
Wow.
amazing. I'm always like, check it out, trying to show other people to bring it to their attention as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and when me and her were hanging out for dinner, the three times I looked at the clock, it was 222, 333, 444. It's just like, whoa. It's hard
Yep.
Yeah.
to like,
Without fail.
that's amazing. You're in the right path. That's what
Yeah.
like.
The
Mhm.
numbers are coming through really strong. I'm getting that as well.
Yeah.
Like so many. And I have like the clock on 24 hours. So it's 15:15, 18:18.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
Yeah,
crazy.
incredible. It's always interesting how it does kind of come in waves where it like happens all the time, where it's like nonstop and then it kind of goes away for a little bit and you might see it here and there. And all of a sudden it's like bombarding again. I always feel like it's after some kind of astrological event or something. Like after 1111 portal, I feel like it's the energy has been crazy in the best of ways. And I've just noticed a lot since then. I feel like, I don't know
yeah.
about you guys.
Yeah.
It's
And speaking
amazing.
of astrological events, the lunar eclipse we just had.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling? Do you like any differences and anything new, anything different?
I just personally feel like my energy right now is really high. Like I feel vibrating where I'm just like motivated, overwhelmed with like, oh my gosh, I can do this, I need to do this, I can do that, I can do that. That's what I feel. I feel unstoppable right now. Not so tired. I don't know.
Yeah. I was tired, like extremely tired. Like I guess I'm integrating and everything. At the same time, almost like electric, like I like just electricity is just pumping through me. And then
Mhm.
I've been noticing the last couple of, I guess, days or nights or whatever. I usually don't get vision. I get knowing, I get feeling, as the extra senses. I'm starting to like, when I close my eyes, I'm starting to see stuff like
Mhm.
pictures are painted, things are going on. I'm just like, what? Finally, it's just it's just I've been wanting that, you know? And I heard somebody talk about um having these extra senses, the clear senses. Um she was saying that, yeah, you guys want clear senses, you want the extra senses, but like you have to understand, you have to be grateful for the regular senses. So I was like, wow, what a great idea. So I started like, oh, I'm so glad I'm able to see. I'm so, all that stuff, like just basically just grateful for that I'm able to see the color pink, the color orange, the color whatever, and I don't know if that's what paid off or is combination of everything that's going on. Whatever it is, I'm loving it. Oh, maybe it's the laboratory. I feel so
Uh,
silly.
Definitely.
the combination of it all. That's
Oh,
amazing. Good
Yeah.
for you. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, my visions are really coming through as well. Even the telepathy is crazy at the moment for
yeah.
me. And this morning I had this strong feeling, and I was just like, oh, I don't know about this feeling. And I just shrugged it off. And then later on during the day, someone said something, and I was like, oh, why didn't I say something like when I had that feeling? So it's just so many. I'm getting all of these messages coming through faster and faster for me now.
Mhm.
So yeah, and even like you said, being grateful. When I wake up, I'm just starting to appreciate that. I'm actually awake and I'm breathing still, and I can look out of the window and I can see like the autumn and the winter's setting in, like, and the tree, and it's like there's no leaves on the tree anymore. So I'm just really trying to be grateful for everything as soon as I wake up in the morning, even if it's just like listening to the birds singing, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the senses come through. It's just,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm hearing that's how you quantum leap. Currently I'm taking like, I know you have to be grateful, you know, in the moment, technically, right? Like, I know this stuff, but I just started taking this 4-day class. Today was class number 1. And the message that she was basically kind of putting forward was the way quantum leap is in basically feeling the now and being in the now, for being grateful in the now, not like, oh, I'll do that later. It's just like, no, do it right now by being grateful, for example. This is how I sleep. And I was just like, you know what? I know this, but I haven't been great at it. So that's it. Starting today. I have all these things that I do in the morning already, but that's going to be like at the top of my list, the gratitude and the now and ready.
It's everything. Even when you wake up and have that breakfast and just give thanks that you can even taste the breakfast, and you know, it's nourishing your body.
Yes.
Everything.
If we're able to just stay in those senses, even because our senses is like just our compass, really. So if we can stay there and get better at doing that, the intuition is going to be constantly guiding, and you're just going to feel that way all the time. It's definitely a practice that I'm myself am trying to work on every morning. Grateful for this. You are taking the time to notice and look at and take in all the senses of that one thing. I think it's very important to just really be in the now. And when you're not in the now, if you're in the future or the past, you're literally just taking all your energy and just throwing it out the window. Because if you don't have it all in the now and it's not harnessed in this oneness, it's scattered, it's not focused, it's not like amplified essentially. So being now in the oneness, it has that ability to bring all of it and harness it all at once and just amplify it out, which is just resonating and amplifying, which is our energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
Probably be seeing my cat. She's oh, there she goes.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that's amazing. I had on my YouTube channel, I had one of those meditation musics that I uploaded, and someone commented that's in our Telegram group, Erinelle. She was saying that her cat, who is actually from like an abusive home originally, that she's had for a few years, it's kind of skittish and whatnot. And she had on the meditation music, and the cat came out of nowhere, basically, and laid on her bed and like looked up like a sphinx was, and just like had that look in its eyes of just like peacefulness, which I guess she said that is like rare for her cat because it's so traumatized. Excuse me. So that was just like so amazing that the energy really can speak, and there's just obviously there's something greater out there with this energy. Our animals are noticing as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Something unique about cats.
Yeah,
their purring frequency actually is that healing tone when they're purr. And so what'd you say?
Golden ratio.
Yeah, the golden ratio. So when cats lay on your chest or put their head on, they know that you need healing essentially, and they just bring that healing frequency through. It's amazing.
Wow. That's
like,
funny because the other night my cat was just sleeping by my head. I think it was the full moon. Yeah, or the night before the full moon. And he doesn't usually sleep with me, but that night he just slept right by the side of my head all night, wouldn't leave my side.
He knew something.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I gotta connect with my mommy.
And I woke up the next day feeling so refreshed, you know. I felt so good the next day. I thought, oh yeah, he needed to do that.
That's awesome. It actually kind of reminds me of just Egypt, ancient pyramids, and how they would create some pyramids where they would like cut a hole specifically. So when the wind would rush through, it would create that tone of healing just from the natural elements. So simple. And so they would lay on these basically stone beds, essentially, of, I'm sure it had like quartz in it back then with all the silica that they had. But the wind creating the tone to then heal is just so beautiful and simple. I just want to get back to that. That is free energy healing.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Makes sense though, right? We have instruments, you might as well have
Yeah, vibrations.
Yes.
Yeah, like we are the instrument. I mean, when you chant the Om, it vibrates throughout your body. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just like the pyramids.
Yeah.
You could tune your instrument by listening to the sound. Like if you're tuning a guitar, for example, with each string, you're listening for that and you just basically without, I don't know how people tune, because I have no idea. I don't own a guitar. But so yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Whatever they
It
do.
is healing.
Wow.
Little goofy.
Yeah, but the energies have been crazy. Crazy. Like the Schumann, everyone's talking about the Schumann and it's doing all this stuff. And I just, it's so much that I just had to step away for a little bit. I had to step away because it's so intense and everyone's up and down. They don't know what's happening and more people are waking up. It's just, wow. Yay, I know it's really good that they're waking up. But then it's a lot of work now because it's like, okay, right, now we've got to catch them up to where we are.
Yeah,
you know?
they have to start at the fear stage and all that again, the shadows and what's been happening to us and what's been going on. That's really first step. And then just, we all know how it goes, but that is a very hard place to be. And as kind of role models who have been there, to do what we can to like throw the seeds to show that you're not alone and that this is part of the process that needs to happen. And it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time, whatever that means.
I know. And the Scorpio energies are so strong that I don't think they've ever been this strong before, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know?
We have ramped up so much. It's never been like this. I don't think.
We love it.
The area and space that we are is new.
So Shalina, tell us about, if you're willing to share, about the womb healing that you have information on.
Yeah.
Oh, womb healing.
Let's hear more.
Oh yeah, I've done that a few times. So how did I get in? I'd done it the first time I done it. We was in like a circle of women and I had like an introduction to womb healing. So I'd never done anything like that before. And you know, like to connect with your womb, it's just really kind of like, wow, never thought of that before. So I went in and like the person who was guiding us I've known her for years, and she guided us through this meditation, and we had to put on this blindfold and connect with our womb. And I didn't realize how powerful putting on a blindfold could be when you're doing a meditation, because you just close your eyes and it's just, but to actually have the blindfold on, it's totally different.
Wow.
So yeah, I connected with my womb and it was so amazing. I mean, I met Callie. Callie Ma lives inside my womb. So I've got the spirit of Callie in there. But to just connect with it and feel that energy and how powerful. And yeah, it is, a really dark space, but the light and the, what comes from that space is just amazing. And then when you do powerful work with like that, it's like having physical surgery. So it takes a few weeks to kind of, what's the word? I can't remember, but connect with all your feelings of what might come up and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of information started coming through with my womb, and it opened up a whole new world of meditation and me and womb and woman. And then I started meeting women who had gone through these journeys with their like through abusive relationships and all of this kind of stuff. And then you realize how the womb has been damaged and affected by all of these things, and even generational. So if your grandmother or someone's grandmother's been raped, you know, and then she goes on to live like another life and has children, those children still is still carrying a bit of that energy of what's happened to the grandmother, you know, so it starts to affect. So the womb is a very powerful, it's a very powerful place. And you know, we was having a conversation about the male and the female, and you know, this, we're saying like the wounded masculine is coming from a womb that's been abused or whatever it is, so it's producing these wounded masculine. I'm not saying, and I'm not giving an excuse for their, you know, behavior and stuff, but there's always something deeper to what's going on. So yeah, and then I started finding out about how, you know, we're connected with the womb. So you've got your grandmother and your mother, so you was living in your grandmother's womb with your mother and your aunties and everything else, you know, before you came through. So it's such a powerful connection right there, and it's just been, you know, forgotten about. You know, ah, rubbish, it's a womb, it's not no, but the womb is very powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
I
could
got
go on for hours. I could go on for hours about this stuff.
Oh, it's fascinating. To me, it's very fascinating. Like, it's obviously, I mean, it's where creation comes. You know, like it's everything. It's everything. Um, when was it? Like maybe a year and a half ago. I'm gonna say maybe a year ago. I feel like a year and a half ago. I did a meditation, which was, I think, under an hour, and it was about the womb, uh, clearing out and repopulating basically. And it was basically like so you're going to your mind's eye, and you kind of take a look, and you know what it looks like. And let's say there's weeds, right? Clear up all the weeds. You know, give the meditation gives you time to like clear up all the weeds, clear it up. Then planting stuff, and then putting stuff onto the soil, and then maybe like some kind of elementals. You know, I mean, that was like a while ago. I don't remember all the details, but I just remember like, wow, this is powerful.
Mm.
And like you said, just and then afterwards, kind of everything, I guess, integration would be a good word.
That's the word, integration. Yeah.
And time for it to do its thing, because nothing happens like that, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we store so much trauma there, whether it's our own, the collectives, maybe even, definitely.
Yeah.
So,
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah. I definitely feel like this is a very common topic right now with trauma being connected through ancestral lines and clearing those lines right now, and finally being, you know, brave and authentic and strong enough to speak up finally. These star seeds and new waves of ascension, awakened souls that are finally standing up to things that have been happening in their family for generation after generation after generation. And it is time to stop, no more. And so it's just amazing to see people's personal stories and experiences on all kinds of groups, just sharing their experiences, needing to make the hard decisions to really make some boundaries with people that should be there for them, you know. And it's just really unfortunate to kind of see some families kind of separating apart for now, but some things needed to be said and done for regrowth to happen in an aligned way, so we can reach these organic timelines without that trauma attached to our soul contracts and everything like that. It's huge. So there's a lot of energetic work happening, and it's really nice to see that it's happening not just, you know, here, but the collective really does resonate with that, and it's happening more and more. And it's a hard place to be, but it's exciting to see the shift, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we need to
also, just to mention of the womb again, like
Yeah.
men have a womb space as well. I mean, you know, we talk about the women, but the men have neglected their womb space, their creative space as well.
Energetic, it's absolutely there. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to give some kind of sessions of healing the masculine and feminine.
Great idea. So
Mhm.
so as you guys know, I'm doing the rising feminine thing. I wanted to concentrate on the women, but I'm also like thinking, what can I do for the men as well? Can I do something similar for the men as well?
Yeah.
Why only, why only women?
Mhm.
Um, we should definitely do something for the men. Like
What
most
if we
men
were
think-
to?
huh?
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Mostly mostly men, as rare, it's a very rare thing, but it's mostly men are offering services for men, but why not women?
Yeah.
There's
I think maybe we could invite to start a couple men on to our group chat, and then maybe from there we can come up with something. But having a discussion with some of the men as well to kind of get another perspective might be a
I
good idea.
have somebody.
Oh yes, good.
See how excited I feel? Okay, so I think before I even started my podcast, there's this guy who I love his work. He's all about basically the polarities of men and the feminine.
Hold on one second.
You're good.
Okay.
Bring the doggy. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so he's all about the polarities, the feminine and the masculine, how we we have different roles technically, right, in a way, and it's not really even by sex, it's by really technically the the energy that you carry. To have a healthy, I agree with this view. To have a healthy functioning relationship, you need a polarity. Again, actual gender doesn't matter, it's the individuals, kind of complement each other, the yin and the yang. Anyway, he's so, in my opinion, so amazing. I still haven't invited him to on my podcast. I'm just keeping it just a one person kind of thing, but he was the one person. I was like, if I was to have somebody, I'd have him. And
That would be awesome.
I'll reach out to him, I'll see if like he would be into, like, I don't know how busy his life is. He's happy, like things are happening, and I don't know. But yeah, I'll reach out.
Yeah, reach out.
Discussion with him.
Yeah, I think this could be the start of something good to kind of merge these kind of ideas into oneness and kind of get that idea across. Good idea.
Yeah, I'll reach out, see what happens.
Yeah, I know that there is another guy that wants to work with us.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Do a round
Michael.
Michael, yeah. So
Mhm.
maybe we could invite him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think that would be. I'm not sure his last name. It starts with an S, I think. But he has Spiritual Healers Group.
Okay.
Yeah, on Telegram. Yeah.
On Telegram. But yeah, something that you reminded me of with the polarity and the genders, I just heard on Dolores Cannon the other day, her talking about some people's past lives connected to current trauma now. So she'll like bring in people that are having some current traumas. For instance, the one that I'm thinking about, this woman had trouble with having children, but she wasn't sure if she wanted to have children, and she was obese and just had all these issues with health. And so in her transmission, she ended up realizing that some trauma was tied to her not wanting to have kids, like subconsciously she didn't want to in this life. So her body created a extra layer of padding for her weight to kind of block that, so she couldn't have those children even though she thought she would. But that was kind of like a program, I guess. But subconsciously, things that happened in a past life weren't related to that. And the life she was in, she was actually of, can't think of the word, not Andromeda, because that's when you don't have a gender, you're not male or you're female, you're Andromedas, something like that.
Yeah.
And so I think so, Andromedas. So you're not male or female, you're literally the energy of, you're just energy being. So you don't replicate, and you don't have that ability at that space that you're in. Excuse me. So that definitely could really relate to a lot of people that are having, these traumas here, and they're not really sure about these polarities and how they're mixing, and we just cannot disregard our past lives and how we are still so connected, our future lives, even not just past. I mean, it's this way, it's not this way. And
Yeah.
so we really just tap into those things with meditation and other things that we can do, but understanding that we have such deep ties and connections to things that on the surface level here, we're not going to be able to see that unless we go in.
Mm.
There's another person that he was a hypno. He was a not a hypno. He was a regular psychotherapist. There was psychiatrist, and there was this one woman that he was working with that she couldn't swallow pills. Long story short, he got into past life regression with her, and so it made this whole thing, all these books that he had, and in one of the books there was a woman, same story. She put on the weight to protect herself, like, you know, same thing. Yeah, I'm sure that happens often.
Yeah, a lot of people that think that they're kind of self-sabotaging their lives in a way, but really it's just like that trauma that just, if you can just see that and just kind of shoot that light to that you're not the victim, you understand that, just the oneness of it all and the connection of it all. I just feel like there's so many answers in that darkness, which is the hard work.
I got myself a book by Dolores Cannon. I'm going into the Nostradamus books.
Ooh, yes.
And I'm so, like, with everything that's happening currently, you know, I'm just like, oh my God, yes. Yes. So it's my like excitement as of recent. I can't wait to like really get through all of it, see if there's any kind
that is very aligning.
Right.
Yeah, I was reading that yesterday, actually. Always synchronicities. And I was reading about the Nostradamus prediction that's going to happen on the 25th or something. The tidal wave, you know, the tidal wave he talks about.
Yeah.
Now, see, a lot of stuff when it comes to predictions, I feel like they're metaphors for other things. For example, emotion. It could be a tidal wave of like everybody waking up and there's like shock, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But oh my God, really? On the 25th, after the solstice. Wait, do you mean November or December?
November.
Oh, November.
But it's happening in a few days. Oh, it's supposed to happen in a few days. I mean, I was just like, well, you know what? We can actually change this. You know, it was predicted a long time ago, and we're very powerful.
Yeah, I think that's why we can only really speak in possibilities and probabilities, because that's all it really is. It's just like we can shift it at any time with the collective.
And Dolores actually goes into like none of the stuff is set in stone. It's when people pick up on information, it's just so it could be there to be changed. It's not so they could have their stuff proved right. They're like, we want to be proved wrong, please. Do something about this. Here's a possibility.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a positive tidal wave of people waking up and saying, oh my God, and then balance down and things are better.
It's just going to be like the repeating of history always, and then the ships are going to come down and we're going to have to not be scared, and we're going to get on and we're going to go to another planet, you know.
Imagine if the ships did come down and start.
You know, that would surprise me. Even though I'm so big on aliens, I don't believe that we are going to have anything come down to save us.
No.
You know,
we're saving ourselves.
We need to figure our own stuff out, etc. Like
another metaphor.
They're not supposed to be doing this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, I had a dream a little bit ago where literally a ship came down and landed in my backyard, and I like went out and I went to the ship, and I don't remember if I got on it or not, but there was actually like a ship dream that landed, and it was like actually in my yard. So when I went outside, I was like looking around for like imprints or something. I don't know if I went off planet last night, but it was crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm telling you.
I know.
Probably. Yeah,
So
that sounds amazing.
they could definitely pick up, us individually, obviously, but like as that, that whole like all of us at the same time. It's just no, in my opinion. Hey,
Yeah.
that was great.
Metaphor of Noah's Ark again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Springer animals.
Oh man, I know. I mean,
Love.
we are. Some people are just bang on this. Someone's coming to save us, but really, no.
No.
They're the superheroes. We are the ones that are
Yeah.
going to save
Right?
us. Yeah. Like, there's nothing else anyone else can do. It's up to us.
Right.
We allowed this to happen, so now we've got to make it stop. So that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What an exciting time to be alive.
I know.
Yeah.
My gosh. It
We
really
chose
is.
this. Can't forget that.
Yeah. Just gotta keep remembering to be grateful, right? Like,
Yeah.
Natasha, remember, come on, that's it. I'm not playing around. Like more and more, I'm establishing more and more of like a thing in the morning,
Yeah.
all that mind stuff projected.
Start new routines because we are ready for that new. It's going to be like the regular way of living when we can do that more regularly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to start trying to just wake up, doing the gratitude thing. And then afterwards, I'm going to just try and create the day, what I would like to happen. So I'm going to put on some music that's going to get me going and like start creating for about 15 minutes before I've even like got out of bed properly. I'm going to practice that and see what happens.
Great idea.
And see, and when you say you're going to do something, but really say you're going to do it, like, in the evening, I want to read some of my book. So just say it to yourself and then see at the end of the day, if you actually sit down without even thinking about reading your book, just sitting down and just picking it up.
Yeah.
Just play with ourselves. Let's see what happens.
Exactly. Just kind of see what happens. Yeah. Have intention and see what happens. Absolutely.
About creating our days.
I don't like to force myself, like, because if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it, just like tomorrow, but just to make sure it's still a thing, like it's like, yeah, you have freedom completely. You want to do nothing today. That's cool. But like, just make sure you're committed to all that good stuff.
But it's kind of like, what would you like to happen today? So I would like, because I don't get a chance to read. So yeah, I'd like to read a book, or, by the end of the day, I'd like to, I don't know, have a conversation with a stranger. Let's see if that happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm all about, see what happens, but I want to take control a little bit now, because letting it see what happens, sometimes you're just letting it, so now we can fine tune. I mean, we're fine tuning the meditation and the quantum jumping. So why are our days just left to flap around? Right. So I'm just like, let me fine tune what I would like. Like, I'd like the sun to come out. I'd like to get a little message from a spider or something, like I want to. So then it's kind of like making you more aware throughout the day, like, oh, let me see if that spider's really going to say something. Like the other day, I was just walking along and I found a spider, and it was so weird. The spider was so small and in such a strange space. And I saw it and I actually thought, you know what, I'm actually meant to say hello to that spider. So I did, and I stopped and I had a little conversation with the spider. And then I thought, wow, I wonder how many people are going to stop and speak to that spider today. I'm just going all out there right now because it's crazy world. So I'm just going to go all out and be crazy too.
Why not? For sure.
You can have a better conversation with a spider sometimes,
Why not? Yeah.
Might surprise you. He's going to make you a web that says hello back.
Imagine.
Imagine it.
That would be
Well,
so cool.
this, I know we can't underestimate. It's just that language barrier frequency. Otherwise, you would be communicating constantly. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Ladies on she's on YouTube and other places too, but she has her talking dog Bunny, and talks with these buttons that she has trained her to like use whenever she's trying to say something. And it is amazing the things that this dog is able to communicate that we just didn't even know was possible. First of all, they have dreams, because he would go over and she hits the buttons night talk, and then would say something about her night talk that she would wake up having, and would express her feelings. Sometimes would say no word for how she's trying to express herself because there wasn't a word for it yet on the board. It was just like amazing the connections that they could make and understand and communicate across. I can go on forever about this dog because it is crazy. So I ended up buying for my dog. So now we're learning the buttons now because it's possible. It's possible everywhere. Communication is not limited if we kind of tap into that, you know?
If you have an intention to work. Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Keep us updated.
Oh, I will. I was
Yeah.
thinking about making it like a video diary, but we'll see.
Why not? Why?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yes, we are so connected. It's amazing.
And the more we connect with them and start to listen and speak to them,
Mm-hmm.
the more we're going to vibrate even higher, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone's so connected. They're not even speaking to anything. Hardly anyone's speaking to each other. And we're not speaking to each other, let alone the spiders and the dogs and the cats, you know. So that's what what else are we meant to do now? Let the animals listen to us. Let's listen to the animals a little bit more instead instead of the humans.
Nature.
Yeah, and Mother Nature.
I have my favorite trees that I say hi to when I drive by. They're just like flowing in the wind, being like, hey.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do that too. That's I love connecting with nature. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It is so beautiful. You know, everything else is just falling apart and going crazy, but nature's still,
yep,
you know, providing
this to you guys.
the best example.
Yeah, I feel like that's church, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I definitely heard somebody mention before, but it's like the frequency of nature to me is the frequency of God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you could see like the you know the what is it called, golden ratio. It's in the heart, it's in nature, you know. To me that the golden ratio kind of is the frequency of God, and it's in nature, like I said.
Yeah.
Trying to make connections over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like even the pattern that a butterfly flies, when it goes, it is always in a circle. It's never just going up. It's always spiraling, always in a spiral. It's like always spiraling.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
an eye out.
There's an artist that does a like the sacred geometry drawings, and he draws the pattern that a butterfly flies, and it ends up making this amazing spiral. And it's beautiful. I have his whole book actually, that maybe I should go grab it. It's amazing. It's just all nature in sacred geometry shapes. So it's just like, hello, it's right there in front of you. If you just look, it's like patterns everywhere. All this stuff behind me, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
The smallest and in the largest scales.
Exactly. Different scales. I mean, that's fractals. Everything's a fractal, really. Hologram.
Yeah.
Interesting, this whole hologram theory, you guys. It's real, but it's not real, but it's real. I love it. I know. What?
Everything's an illusion. Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a broader discussion about this. I'm gonna be in a podcast. I think December 4th, which is the solar eclipse, randomly. But I think the podcast itself is gonna come out a little later. But anyway, yeah, gonna expand on that whole, you know, this whole holographic reality.
Awesome. That's amazing.
I love it. I loved having talks with all these amazing people that think like this.
Yeah.
Filling.
Yeah.
It makes brings joy.
I'm like really, I feel like I'm vibrating right now. I'm like, it just feels that giddy feeling when you can connect and just,
Talk.
not be ashamed and be understood with your lingo and everything. It's no other feeling like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do look forward to our chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hologram. I've been listening to a few things about this hologram universe. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're such what have I been listening to? Oh, a few people that secret people that I talk to. But when you're just like thinking we're such powerful creators, I think what the other side does is they throw things at us and they make us create what they want us to create. So they're saying all this stuff is happening, but it isn't really until we put our mind to it.
True.
And then that's when it actually becomes real. And that's how they use us, because we're such powerful creators.
Yeah. I was talking to actually a friend that's staying with me. I'm just like she would just kind of go into a spiral of like, oh my God, what if this, this person said this, and what if all this stuff happens? And I'm like, you understand that there's people out there that are literally like saying this stuff to create it, and you're helping the stuff being like, look at you, like, love you, but you understand what's happening over here, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's such a good example of how we are the creators of our own reality. It's so true.
Yeah, I mean, I've been invited to do a lot of different things lately. So I've been called in to be like a union rep, because for the NHS and all these care staff workers that are getting let go for this thing. And it's like I've started to look at the law and stuff. So there's this word that's being thrown about called mandate. Mandate this and mandate that, and let's mandate this. But does anyone know what mandate actually means?
exactly.
Does anyone know what it means? And when we went to the Black's Law Dictionary, went to look up mandate. You know what mandate means? It's not law. It means that you've got the choice to take it, and then if enough people take this thing, then it becomes law. So it's not even a mandate. Doesn't mean you have to get it. It means you've got the choice to do it, and then once you choose to say yes, I'm going to take this thing, you've accepted this, and and then the process will start as a law. But mandate does not actually mean you have to have something. So all these people, that's why all of these judges are throwing this thing out of court, saying, no, we're not going to mandate it, because mandate is just a silly word. It's just like a promise, and the promise is a comfort to a fool, really. So, everyone, it's very crazy. Everyone's saying mandate, let's mandate this. No, no. Come on. So
you tell what anything means, and
you know what I just
say it, you believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized? You have the letter.
Oh my God.
Behind you.
BE.
And
that's so weird.
Wow.
That's so funny because you can only see the VE. Right?
Oh,
that's
so weird.
We've done it again.
New York. That was so weird.
That was.
We've got New York on the other side here.
Yeah. Harmony.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So yeah, just like the word mandate, if we're going to create it, it's going to become law.
Yeah, let's flip that on its head and do the opposite with it.
Yeah, we don't even have to do anything with it. We just have to walk away.
Yeah, we're free.
Let's just walk away from it all and just keep dancing.
You know what I'm witnessing more and more now? I barely take the public transportation nowadays, but a little, I'm on it here and there. And more over time, I'm noticing less and more people are without masks.
Oh,
So just like
yeah.
everybody, I would be the only one unmasked. And it's becoming more and more normal. I mean, it's still majority masked, but progress.
That is progress.
Yeah,
Just like,
Mhm.
yes. Yeah.
it's slowing down over here as well at
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, man.
Bring that more into our manifestation of our days too. It's just the freedom of the
There we
collective.
go. We can start by saying, you know, I'd like to see less people with masks today. There we go.
Mhm. Picture it, visualize
Mhm.
it.
Right. You know what I at some point was doing, and here and there I do. Part of my visualization when I do is I'll kind of imagine the globe, or our living field or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I personally imagine a globe, but that's just where I'm at. I don't really know what's going on, like I said, but
Oh,
what I'll imagine is all around the world there's lights lighting up, and what those lights in my mind represent is people's kundalini.
Yeah.
mm,
Definitely.
We should do a
yeah.
meditation like that. If
Yeah.
more than one person, I think that would be more powerful.
I agree. I think I did one similarly a while ago, how we'd vision where we are light and then it spreads because we're connected, and visualizing star seeds, like holding hands, connecting across the whole globe and creating like this light of just us lighting up the globe. It's really
Mm.
powerful. I think that's a great idea. We should definitely do that.
Yeah, just regular people, just holy shit, I'm alive. you know? Wow.
Yep.
Look at all these colors. Wow, my senses. Oh my God, instead of like living in the past and the future, like, oh my God, right now? Hi.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visualizing, I think, is really taken kind of for granted. And over this time, like how often are we just like sitting and using our imagination to be like imaginative? Like that's something as kids do, and then you kind of get transitioned out with all these programs that we get involved with. But our imagination, using visualizing, like literally visualizing, is still creating that. It's like a plasma crystalline light site where it literally makes it manifest, because when you're visualizing, your pineal gland is still letting off that light, the crystalline. So it's literally making it happen when we visualize. And not often are we visualizing, just like taking time to close your eyes, go within, and imagine whatever you possibly want. Because that visualizing is the creation of it. It's like the pineal gland. But yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yes.
interesting? A few months ago, I was listening to somebody I know, his podcast, and I think he was just kind of like randomly like mentioning this, and I was just like, wow, that's amazing. That the word imagination has the word magi in it.
Mm.
I was like, oh, yes, it does.
That.
Yes.
Magic.
Love that.
Magic.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's good to wake up and start visualizing first thing.
Exactly.
That's real magic. It's here.
It's your magic,
Mhm.
yeah. And before any of those thoughts start kicking in, you
Mhm.
just start visualizing.
Yep. While you're still in that space of being like light vibrating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crucial. And to do a little grounding at the same time too.
Yeah.
Speaking of grounding, so one of the things that I do in the morning, I definitely do the chord, and then I'll also do roots, and I'll imagine the roots kind of like going all over the planet. And what I added was I am after the chord was connected to the core of the planet. I imagine when I breathe in, I am imagining that golden plasma is entering through my spinal cord, and then, you know, like kind of builds up here. And then when I breathe out, there's a fountain that goes into my auric field, basically making you magnetic.
Yes,
So
I
you
love
can
that.
magnetize the world that you want, you know, the scenarios that you want.
That
Bring
sounds
more magic.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, that sounds
Imagine if we're just like magnetic and we're just like everything just comes to us, you know, being fully in the feminine, you know?
yeah.
True that.
Yes.
Not so electric.
Mm.
Because that where the grounding literally comes in, where the earth itself acts as the conductor of that electron. So by being barefoot on the earth is how you counteract that electrons to neutralize and get more neutrons. And that's the thing I learned is the 60s when they invented synthetic rubber shoes. That was literally the cause of all of our health issues. Inflammation is disease. I mean, nothing is without inflammation. And inflammation can be only without, if you're not grounding, you're electronic and you're just like built up. And so your cells are just going crazy, creating cancers and illnesses. It is huge to wear grounding shoes if you can, leather, hemp, like anything like that, a natural material, to just get back in tune with Mother Earth's electromagnetic field in that balance of magnetism. It's huge.
Linen is made from hemp, right? I'm not sure.
Linen, like a cotton.
Oh yeah, no, linen. I feel like the origin of true linen is from hemp. I feel.
You might be right. I'm sure everything started with hemp.
I feel like that's what I heard fairly recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I had got myself months ago. I got myself a grounding sheet.
Awesome.
Only like it was under $30. So it's
That's
not,
amazing.
you know, there's definitely very very expensive stuff out there, but this is just like, you know, you plug it into the wall just like you would anything else, but instead of the you know, the things that go into the wall, it's just a little thing that on top. I don't know how it is in other countries, but like
just the 2 prongs, not the 3.
So in the US anyway, we have the 2 and then there's a third for grounding. And so the grounding sheet, it just has the third. So it doesn't even have the other 2. So it's interesting.
That's awesome.
Wow. What?
That's cool.
Plug it in.
Like, why can't we do that on everything?
We can just, you know, put it on your bed. You could put it on your couch, you know, wherever you hang out, your workspace. But make sure it touches your skin.
Yep. Yeah, grounding mats, pillows, blankets, it's all out there.
Yeah.
I just recently bought these shoes. The brand is 8,000 Kicks and it's all hemp and algae. And so it like you can just feel different when you're walking. I don't know.
I've never heard of this.
Yes. I know. When I learned about this, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to know everything.
I think I'm going to be asking you about this info.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. 8,000.
That sounds amazing.
Also, you know that I make meditation tools, girls. I've left my tools downstairs, but like I make quantum healing rods. So they're like grounding rods, and you have zinc in one hand and copper in the other. Oh damn, I left them downstairs.
I would love to learn more, actually.
Pardon?
I would love to learn more.
Yeah. So like you use them,
and
there's different fillings in the copper one, but in the zinc it's always got a magnet in it. That's for the feminine. So what it is you just use these for grounding, and you can use them for astral projection, and they rebalance your DNA. And yeah, 1 minute, I'm going to get them for you.
Do it.
Just talk amongst yourselves, ladies. I'll be back.
Oh, look, we get to see that love.
Oh yeah, the whole love and the lights as well.
I kind of want to be like, hey, can you give us a roundabout?
A tour around a 360 view. Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, grounding is, I think, such a huge topic that needs to be talked about more. And even crystals alone is such a good idea. Organite in your house or anywhere. Organite's really great. Has coil in it, some copper.
I have organite pyramid on my bed. I also have this large, gigantic selenite stick, you know, just because it transmutes negative energy, whatever, you know, whatever it pleases. I want all the good things.
That sounds nice.
Big.
Dang. Amplified.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out these shoes.
Oh, yes, definitely. I think it's very important in grounding. 'Cause walking around all the time, collecting electrons, staying electric.
Here they are, ladies.
Oh, wow. Those are like pure. I was not envisioning that.
No, so we have magnets in here. And then these are a level 1. So in this one, it's got quartz crystal. So they're really good for grounding. And as soon as you hold them like this, then you can just feel like this energy running through your body. It's so cool.
Does it matter which side?
Sorry?
Does it matter which hand you hold it in?
Yeah, you have to have the zinc in the left, the copper in the right.
Yeah.
This is female, male. You can cross them over, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I mean, when people buy them, they play with them until, you know, they know how it feels.
Yeah.
But this is the correct way. And I channeled these as well.
Oh, I love that. Where can we get them?
Yeah.
On our website.
Sweet.
ShalenaMoonstar.net.
You know, I'm making this purchase.
Me too.
Well, they're on my website. They'll be updated this week because I've got some new ones. So yeah,
awesome.
They're available to buy on there. And I like to make grounding tools as well. So I make copper crowns with crystals in them and stuff. Oh yeah, you guys haven't even seen my crown.
Oh.
Next time.
Still learning.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
like, I've got all of these tools because I'm just all about grounding and staying connected to Gaia in the best way. Yeah. And these tools that I've found, like I use pyramids as well. Like I've built these meditation pyramids and then you sit inside. And that's how I channeled those, my quantum ones.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And the thing is, I wanted to buy a copper pyramid to sit inside, but it just didn't feel right. So I made one out of hemp and bamboo. Look, hemp, there you go.
Yes.
That's and it's the same. As long as you've got the dimensions right, it's the same.
I love that. That's such a great idea to really submerge in that shape and that grounding energy.
Yeah. And you get so many messages just being in that pyramid, you know. So cool.
Wow.
I'm
excited to make a purchase now.
Right? Yeah, my first step is gonna be exactly
the quantum healing ones.
You're just gonna walk in on me anywhere, and I'm just gonna be sitting there grounding everywhere.
Yeah, and it's good to do it outside as well by the trees. Go and sit under a tree and just. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, excited. The shoes and the rods. What do you call them? Rods?
The quantum frequency rods. That's what they are. Quantum frequency rods.
Yeah. Soon we're just going to be like levitating above the ground.
Yeah, I want to fly, girls. I'll try anything.
We're on the right track.
We are. Definitely. One day. Oh, there was this video. I don't know if I sent it to you guys. Of this woman talking about that there's some kind of document. Long story short, like military people that have done teleportation, I was so excited. I was like, oh, what? Oh my God. And then somebody burst my bubble and says that they think it was April Fool's hoax.
What?
I don't know what's true. I was just really excited because I think we spoke about this. I'm just so obsessed with teleportation. Like my soul is just like, why is this not a thing? Like it's spoiled. My soul is spoiled with teleportation. Like wherever I come from, that was like a normal thing. So traveling situation, I'm just like, what? Time and space? I'm sorry, what?
Definitely. There's got to be. I mean, with energy ley lines and everything like that, I mean, that's
definitely possible. I just was just surprised that it was done already. I was just like,
yeah, military personnel only can speak of that.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've been reading some of those CIA documents that were unsealed, and there is some stuff in there. So
Absolutely.
have a look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, way off, like universes and universes away in like milliseconds.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course, we don't get to know about that.
Right. Since they're in contact with higher intelligence, I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. We can get in touch with our higher intelligence too.
Yeah, they just didn't teach us how to do it. But now we know.
Figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's where I go in my dreams.
Yeah.
So true.
What time is it, you ladies? Oh,
we've done pretty good actually.
Good. So how do we want to close this beautiful session?
It's a great question.
Nicole, is there anything that you would like to, I don't know, say?
Well, I guess at this point, I don't know if we want to do just a closing, not necessarily meditation, but just kind of like a visualization, saying some closing remarks to kind of bring us into a oneness. And then we can all just kind of go around and say maybe some of where our platforms are to find us for any more information, and we can just close it out like that.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So I can start with this, just kind of get into what we've been talking about with visualizing and manifesting what we are intending. So I'll just kind of start there. So I'll close my eyes. Just take away from the physical outside world where we can manifest what we truly desire, and that is aligned with our organic path, where we are truly grounded with Mother Gaia and aware of all who are in need and needs any extra help or information, that we are aware for that, to be there for those people, for that we may be connected and manifest into our lives all the abundance that we deserve with health and vitality to continue on this ascension. And so it is. Thank you.
Mother Spirit, we call on you to guide us and give us strength in these moments. Help us, give us clarity on our visions, and clarity, yeah. That's all I was given. Wow. Mm-hmm. Love and gratitude to all. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. Yes, definitely clarity for sure. Clarity. For us, yeah. Clarity for the collective, increasing clarity, constantly increasing, and yeah, touching up on may we be able to be the rock for society as they continue to wake up. May we continue to be able to hold more and more. May our energy continue to expand for us to be able to hold all the awakening souls. You're here. And sending love to everybody listening, as well as to you ladies, and to myself, and to my cat eating over here. Yes. So that is all. may we still stay clear, and may we continue to be grounded and to continue to work on our being grounded so we could be clear and centered. That is all.
Thank you, lovely ladies.
Thank you.
Sisters.
Thank
We
you.
are so connected. So yeah, if you want to find information on me, Nicole Gibbs, I have groups on Telegram, MeWe, and Facebook, Awakening Mass Meditations, and a YouTube channel, also Awakening Mass Meditations. We have monthly meditations on the 11th of every month, as well as just spontaneous ones. So the more, the merrier, the more we have the ability to amplify our light. So please join, and thank you, and I love you. Natasha?
I'm not sure what to mention. I have several things going on. I guess first, I mean, should I do Linktree? I feel like that's kind of complicated. So
I can put the link in the description, all of our links.
Yes. So I do have a channel called Quantum Musings, and I have a podcast called Greetings Earth Family, and I am also on Telegram. My main channel is called Human Resonance Explorers, but you could find it under the links that Nicole has. Also, I offer ascension guidance. So anybody that's confused, lost, or needs kind of some kind of clearing, direction, I'm here to help. I'm here to assist. And I also offer QHHT, which is quantum hypnosis healing technique, and that's developed by Dolores Cannon. And I guess I'll leave it at that. Oh, just you really feel some stuff, and your life changes when you do really deep work. In my opinion, talk therapy is that could last for many years, but when it comes to going into the quantum field, just kind of going directly into your subconscious and figuring all that stuff out, or smoothing it out, this is how you untangle your life, I guess, and really step it up.
Yeah, and I'm Shalina Moonstar. You can find me on my website at shalinamoonstar.net. We have a chat, a little, is it a Telegram chat? No, we have a chat where you can interact with us on my actual site. You can find me on Telegram under Shalina Moonstar or Star Healing. Nicole will put those links in as well. I've also started a new platform called freedomwarrior.net. So that's kind of like a Facebook, but more for the Freedom Warrior. So everyone should join up to that, because we know that we need to start moving around. Where else can you find me? When to Wake Up. So many places. I'm also I'm a tarot reader, so you can also get tarot readings from me on shalinamoonstar.net. I make healing tools. I provide spiritual guidance and spiritual cleaning as well. And yeah, and also I can do spiritual counseling. I give spiritual counseling. And you can also you'll find me at shalinamoonstar.net. So everything, you need to contact me and get me there. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I just released, as you guys know, I just released the Rising Feminine course. I am currently offering it for free to those that I guess are able to get the link. You could definitely, if needed, reach out to me directly, and I could send the link for the free course. That those that don't know about it have to pay, but you know, you reach out to me. I got you.
Awesome. Sounds great. All right, thank you, ladies. I'll end this recording. Bye, everybody. Thank you.